show was successful, 3 seasons in. Lil Meech was making money, but he was spending it hand over fist. Like you said, there was a Richard Mille watch, which he got, almost arrested over.
you see it yourself. It was shit.
All the clothes.
Yeah,
I'm seeing Go Yard luggage.
Yeah,
like, this is shit that I afforded later on in life.
Come on, man. Oh, and then you in Atlanta at that when indulging spending money. Like you see a mouth with 100,000 poking out his pocket, doing 40, 50,000 in the club. That's what you around. You gonna spend money. Chrome heart jeans. You got 10 pair though. Do the math. What's that? 100,000? Without the chrome heart. But you know me, I get some chrome hearts. I'm gonna wear them for at least 2 weeks. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. But I felt like when we left there, it was a money thing because what Lil Meech said about the Ferrari and Lil Baby having 4 pockets full of money and didn't give his pops nothing. You know what I'm saying? Me, I would have never, I wouldn't even have mentioned no shit at in front of real. And that's just.
His son is a addict.
Right. Yeah, 50 said he put him in rehab.
Yeah, his son's an addict. You're broke after $5 million? And you gotta have it in a clothes habit, but you don't got nothing saved up, and you Big Meech son, you haven't found a way to run it up and take our name. And you gotta think what I'm saying as a film.
Shannon, I might see building a Cali with this song. It's that big boy,
I'm thinking about
2 million.
Still trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? I'm like, shit, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, to live up to my dad.
50 Cent just dropped a bomb on Lil Meech, and it doesn't look good. It turns out that Lil Meech's financial problems aren't just related to his extravagant spending, but also to his alleged nitrous oxide addiction. Shortly after Lil Meech was spotted hanging out with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, 50 Cent went ahead and said that Lil Meech spent every penny he earned from BMF, and we're talking about millions of dollars, family. It's not even the complete tale. 50 is now claiming that in addition to providing financial support and paying for Lil Meech's acting lessons, he also had to intervene when Meech became deeply involved in his substance abuse. Other knowledgeable people are supporting 50's claim that Lil Meech has been battling a severe whippet addiction, which is not the same as this oxide, also known as laughing gas, rather than saving money and obtaining. The Future's bag, according to reports, Lil Meech spent all of the BMF money in a flashy, designer jewelry and his alleged whippet habit. When his father, Big Meech, finally left the club after more than 20 years, Little Meech had nothing left to show for it. Rick Ross saw an opportunity and took his shot to retaliate against 50 Cent, as you are already aware. That move started the whole back and forth between 50 and the father-son combination. But the real question is, did Lil Meech truly ruin all 50 Cent tried to set up for him and waste all that money on drugs? What are the addiction rumors about him?
So I met 50. 50 put me in acting classes for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting class. I had to go every day 2 times.
The whole mess started last month when Big Meech teamed up with Rick Ross for that highly anticipated Welcome Home concert, only for it to be canceled. Then, out of nowhere, 50 Cent came out swinging, accusing Big Meech of snitching. But what really caught everyone off guard? 50 turning on Lil Meech too. It looks like Lil Meech is still heated about 50 Cent cutting him off, and he's not keeping it low-key. When Lil Meech realized that 50 had unfollowed him on Instagram, he wasted no time reaching out to set things straight. He made it clear he had no love for Rick Ross and that this whole beef wasn't his problem. But let's not forget who's out here playing the major role in 50's hit show BMF. Lil Meech doubled down, writing FR all the way through. In his message, Ross Lowe also made it clear how loyal he was, saying, "I would take the shirt off my back for you, but I can't." Then came the real drama. Lil Meech said, "You act like I'm your enemy, but I've only ever shown you love and loyalty. I'm human and I go through my own struggles, but I never betrayed you." But that didn't age well, because as soon as 50 Cent switched up and hinted that Lil Meech might be fired from BMF, guess what? Meech wasted no time hopping on a plane to Miami to party with Rick Ross. A few days later, Lil Meech stirred the pot even more by posting a mysterious picture of Floyd Mayweather with his parents, including Big Meech. And he didn't even say much, just dropped a shushing face emoji. That had people wondering, were they plotting something big behind the scenes? Rumors are already flying that Big Meech and Lil Meech might be stepping into some business partnership with Floyd. But wait, that's where things take a wild turn. Turns out, all of Lil Meech's loyalty talk might have just been damage control after 50 Cent cut off his biggest money streams. The word is that Lil Meech burned through the entire BMF bag in just a few years, and instead of investing or playing it smart, he allegedly blew millions on jewelry, designer clothes, and flexing like a rap star without a rap career to back it up. And he wasn't even shy about it. Lil Meech bragged about dropping $2 million on an iced-out watch and flexed his exclusive silver hearts pants on social media like it was nothing. But with 50 out of the picture, the question is, what's next for Lil Meech? Because the way things are looking, he might be in deeper trouble than he thinks.
Shit, yeah. I might have seen Fat Joe DJ Cali with this song. It's that big boy. 2 million.
Lil Meech apparently burned through $5 million in just 3 years, spending it on cars, clothes, and jewelry with no investments to show for it, and according to Tony Yo Meech, was out here acting like he deserved everything, even telling people like Lil Baby they should be giving Big Meech some money. It was like Lil Meech thought folks were just supposed to hand him cash on demand to. Make it worse, Yo revealed that Lil Meech was asking people for money while he was out here dropping $100,000 on jeans.
So, the show was successful. 3 seasons in, Lil Meech was making money, but he was spending it hand over fist. Like you said, there was a Richard Mille watch, which he got, almost
I mean,
arrested
you see
over.
it yourself.
There
It was
all
shit.
all the clothes.
Yeah, it's.
I'm seeing Go Yard luggage.
Yeah,
like, this
go,
is shit
you
that I
know,
afforded later on in
come
life.
on, man. Oh, and then you in Atlanta at that when indulging spending money. Like you see a mouth with 100,000 poking out his pocket, doing 40, 50,000 in the club. That's what you around. You gonna spend money. Chrome heart jeans. You got 10 pair though. Do the math. What's that? 100,000? That was the chrome heart. But you know me, I get some chrome hearts. I'm gonna wear them for at least 2 weeks. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. But I felt like when we left there, it was a money thing because what Lil Meech said about the Ferrari and Lil Baby having 4 pockets full of money and didn't give his pops nothing. You know what I'm saying? Me, I would have never, I wouldn't even have mentioned no shit at front of real anyway.
All of this becomes even more bizarre when you realize that Lil Meech himself admitted that when he first met 50 Cent, he was completely lost, no direction, no clue what to do next. But 50 saw something in him and decided to take action. Let's not forget minus 50 Cent could have easily hired someone with real experience, someone who wasn't a liability. But instead, he chose to invest in Lil Meech. He took him under his wing and even paid for his acting school for 2 years.
My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? I said, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, to live up to my dad's name. And he called me one day, he's like, man, they looking at Terrence Howard and Nipsey Hussle. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to play me, but you gotta go to acting class so you can get ready. So I met 50. 50 put me in acting class for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting class. I had to go every day, 2 times a day, 5 days a week. In the morning, in the afternoon, come back home, study again, do the same thing the next day.
Wow, that's ball play.
Yeah, I put in the work though. And it showed me that 50 couldn't get me a job. I had to get myself a job. My dad couldn't get me a job. They would have hired somebody else that already had acting experience. I had no experience. So I was...
It's almost like Lil Meech thought he could live the luxury life forever, as if someone would keep handing him millions without consequences. But wait, it gets even wilder. You'd think that after everything 50 Cent did for him, he'd be extra careful not to mess it all up. Instead, Lil Meech was allegedly showing up to the set high, and 50 Cent had to step in to help him get sober. On top of that, 50 even paid for Meech's treatment after finding out he was apparently addicted to whippets. And just when you thought the drama was over, 50 dropped another bombshell. For those who don't know, whippets are nitrous oxide, also known as laughing gas, but this isn't a joke. They come from nitrous gas canisters found in whipped cream dispensers. People figured out they could crack them open, inhale the gas, and get a quick high. Over time, whippets became a party drug, especially in clubs and celebrity circles. But here's where things turn dangerous. Inhaling nitrous oxide deprives your brain of oxygen, and over time, it can lead to serious health issues. Some still believe whippets are harmless, but the reality: prolonged use can be deadly, causing unconsciousness, brain damage, or even death. Tragically, many celebrity deaths, including Aaron Carter's, have been linked to fake nitrous oxide. And now, even Kanye West's name is being dragged into the mix. Recent accusations suggest that Kanye might also be addicted to whippets. In fact, one of his former employees even claimed that Kanye has been using a private dentist to keep his nitrous supply fully stocked.
And Garcia, this Jay, I'm on the nitrous.
And I was at the dentist's office the other day. I was taking the nitrous oxide. I suggested if anybody's stressed out.
Now, circling back to Lil Meech's rumored addiction menace, 50 Cent recently dropped a bombshell, claiming that Big Meech has always been a bad influence on his son. According to 50, Big Meech taught him that blowing money and using illegal substances was the way to live. Meanwhile, 50 says he was the only one who really stepped in as a father figure and tried to get Lil Meech on the right path. And here's where things get even wilder. 50 revealed that while filming BMF, Lil Meech had a full-on breakdown due to his substance issues, and it was 50 who had to step in and get him the help he needed. 50 wrote, "I thought about it. I think he was uncomfortable with me and Mimi's relationship. I'm telling Mimi I don't want him doing C. He told him he used to do X like it's cool. I tell Mimi chill, stop spending all your money. He told him how much money he blew. People don't know I had to send Mimi to rehab." Russell Hornsby peeped he was high as hell on set. He started throwing up during a weapons test. Then Ian told me the little dude had whippets in his truck. I said, "What the F asterisk is whippets?" Asterisk. When 50 looked into it, he realized it was the same dangerous drug linked to BMF's downfall. But is there any real proof that Lil Meech is battling a nitrous addiction, or is 50 just stirring the pot? Turns out, 50 wasn't just being messy. Multiple industry insiders who used to roll with Lil Meech are confirming that his substance issues have been well known for a while. One of those insiders, underground rapper Brick Baby, who recently told DJ Vlad that Lil Meech is definitely an addict. Brick Baby also called out Lil Meech for blowing every dollar he made from BMF, without thinking about his dad or making any real moves to secure his future.
Son got it.
Right. Yeah, 50 said he put him in rehab.
Yeah, his son's got it.
Look, man, the fact.
I kicked it with Lil Meech, and you know he getting money and all that now, but this is like my son. Like this is Big Meech, a dude that I was up under when I was 17, and I seen him, and his dad hates you and all that. So just like the lean and the opiates, like you gotta think that wasn't in when Big Meech left. So you look at he looking down at drug addicts. So at the end of the day, I feel like Meech came home and felt like his son was a failure as far as what was going on.
A failure? That's crazy.
No, hold on. You're broke after $5 million, and you gotta have it in the clothes habit, but you don't got nothing saved up, and you Big Meech son, you haven't found a way to run it up and take our name. And you gotta think what I'm saying as a failure, not a failure like, oh, you but as far as you were in position to keep the name going, and your $5 million went to you doing what? So now I come home and I'm looking for help from everybody else, but I put you guys in position in order to do something with my name and put some money up like that.
And now, on top of everything else, fans are digging into Lil Meech's past, pulling up old interviews and videos, and let's just say, the connections they're making are wild. In a lot of these clips, it really does seem like he might have been on something. Fans are pointing to moments in interviews where Lil Meech showed up looking blur-eyed and sluggish, almost like he was struggling to stay awake. And then there are even more bizarre videos, like that time he got into a heated argument with Pope's employees, acting completely out of it. But what about that moment? The one where Lil Meech got detained after TSA found an unloaded pistol in his luggage. and he couldn't produce a license for it. Instead of owning up to it, he actually thought it would be a good idea to pretend he was a minor. Lil Meech even tried pulling the "Do you know who I am" card, name-dropping 50 Cent, hoping that would get him off the hook. But let's be real, he was 22 at the time, about to turn 23. TSA wasn't buying it, and neither is the internet.
I know, but unfortunately, there's certain procedures we have to follow. Anytime something comes in that's prohibiting, correct? You understand that, correct? You have your ID on you?
Sir, my ID's in my bag.
In the bag?
Yes, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not pack my bag.
We can get that all straight.
I have security guards, sir. See how much jewelry I have on me?
Listen, that's okay if you got that. The problem is bringing it into the checkpoint.
I would
Just have
never
a seat
do
for me.
that. My mom's a fighter.
Just have a seat.
I would never do that, sir. I'm a privacy. I'm a good kid, man.
I'm not saying you're bad. Have I mistreated you?
Not at all. Not at all, sir. I can't tell you, sir.
But you understand the severity of what is occurring, right?
I would never do this. I fight every week.
Listen, if what you're telling me is true, we can work things out, okay? But there's procedures we have to follow. It looks like possibly 2 guns and a few mags. He's saying that he's an actor and he has private security guards.
Does he have security weapons permission?
No, he doesn't have a...
Listen, sir, I just want to tell you.
His ID and everything's supposed to be in the bag.
Sir, I want to tell you 1 second. I fly every week, sir. I have security guards. And we're rushing to the airport. I have a premiere. I'm an actor. That's why I have a big fan. Me and 50 Cent have a TV show. Oh, sir, this will ruin my life.
Do you have a concealed weapons permit?
No, sir, but I never...
When Meech first got stopped by TSA, he hit them with, "I didn't pack my own bag." One of the worst things you could ever say at an airport. Then he made it even worse, claiming he was a minor, despite being a 23-year-old grown man. And just when you thought it couldn't get more bizarre, he even asked if he could pull his ID out of his luggage. Now that 50 Cent has publicly claimed that Lil Meech has a nitrous oxide addiction, fans are looking back at everything, questioning just how much of his erratic behavior could be tied to that alleged habit. At first, fans were sympathetic, blaming 50 for being too harsh and punishing Lil Meech for his father's mistakes. Many thought 50 was out of line for exposing those private texts where Meech expressed frustration at Rick Ross. But now, fans are starting to change their minds, especially after seeing Meech chilling with Ross and Floyd Mayweather, despite swearing he had no love for Ross just weeks ago. With these addiction rumors spreading, some now believe 50's reaction was completely justified. After all, 50 invested in Lil Meech, gave him opportunities, and even paid for his rehab, only for Meech to blow through all of his money and then turn on him the moment BMF's future became uncertain. What do you think? Was 50 Cent right to cut off Lil Meech? And do you believe the rumors about his alleged nitrous oxide addiction? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out this next video.